Now at 5:30, a woman says she was beaten and raped while walking home in Richmond.
Also on WKYT this morning, a volunteer firefighter and a pregnant woman now identified as the victims of a deadly Clark County crash.
And a behind-the-scenes look at the New Year's Eve preparations underway in New York City.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome in. It's good to have you with us. It's New Year's Eve, bright and early on Wednesday, December 31st. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. A lot of us wearing our New Year's Eve best.
Okay, there you go. It looks nice.
Thank you very much. I knew you'd like the blue.
Yeah. Kentucky blue, right? Let's check in with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. New Year's Eve best for you there?
Just about. Maybe second and third best, maybe. That's what I've got here. We're tracking a very cold morning out there, though, guys. Temperatures are running in the teens throughout the entire area. And there you see Defender. It's all quiet and calm for you, and it will remain that way through the night and into your Thursday. So any festivities you have planned, you should be able to get there safely as far as the weather is concerned. Temperatures all around us here. Look at all the cold air to our north. It could always be worse. We have wind chill readings that are closer to that. We're at 19 in Lexington and low and mid-20s showing up in eastern Kentucky. We only get up to around 29 for a high today, and I'll track that coming up for you here in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Here's the latest from WKYT News.
Some disturbing allegations this morning against a Madison County man.
Police say he attacked and raped a woman as she was walking home. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is live in Richmond now with this crime alert. Whitney, good morning.
Good morning. We're here at the YMCA in Richmond, which is not far from where this crime happened. According to the Richmond Register, early Sunday morning, a woman told police that she was walking along East Main Street when 48-year-old Thomas Simmons walked up and started talking to her. Police say Simmons then grabbed that woman, punched her in the face, and then forced her over to the back of a nearby apartment complex on South Fairview Street and raped her. Officers arrested Simmons at his home not long after this crime happened, and he's been in the Madison County Detention Center ever since then. Simmons is charged with first-degree rape and could be arraigned on that charge as early as today. Live in Richmond, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
Whitney, thank you. New this morning, police are looking for a person of interest after shots were fired into a Lexington home. Police say several people, including children, were inside the home on Honey J Court when someone fired several shots into the house. No one was hurt. Police say they have a person of interest that they are looking for this morning.
Well, this morning, investigators have identified the two people killed in a crash with an ambulance. The crash happened Monday on the Mountain Parkway in Clark County. We've learned the victims are a pregnant woman and a volunteer firefighter. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk to explain how the couple will be remembered.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. Marshal Brian Craig was a volunteer firefighter in a close-knit group of men and women at the Owingsville Fire Department. Firefighters there say they are grieving the death of the well-loved 38-year-old and his pregnant girlfriend. The fire chief says Craig had 4 children, but he would have been a father of 5 soon. The Clark County coroner tells us Craig and Rebecca Talby died near the Clark-Powell County line Monday afternoon. Police say they were driving west on the Mountain Parkway when their car crossed the center line and crashed into an ambulance. We're told Craig's parents and younger brother also died in a car crash in Montgomery County back in 2003. Firefighters say they aren't focusing on the tragedy so much as Craig's legacy.
They're going to remember how he was there and always gung-ho and ready, and hopefully that'll carry over to them and they'll take up the same excitement towards things the way Brian did.
The fire chief says Craig's funeral will be at the Harold and Stewart Funeral Home in Mount Sterling Friday afternoon. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. Police are hoping that new surveillance video will help them piece together a Southern Kentucky murder. 66-year-old Johnny Taylor was found earlier this month inside his burning McCreary County home. State police say he was stabbed to death before the fire started. They've now released video from a nearby gas station. State police say it appears to show a woman get out of Taylor's stolen truck several hours after the house fire. Now police want to talk to that woman.
If one person could see that and say, I saw that truck that night, or I think I might know who that is, you know, at least we could go talk to them and either find out if they had anything to do with it or if they know something.
State police say they found Taylor's truck a couple of days after the murder. It, too, had been set on fire.
Well, a man accused of stabbing two people in Lexington is now in jail. Lexington police say Morgan Adams was arrested in Clark County. He's charged with 2 counts of assault. Police say he stabbed 2 people Sunday night at an apartment off Eastland Parkway. Both victims were taken to UK hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. 2 people charged in connection to a deadly shooting in Winchester pleaded not guilty. Lamont Wilkerson is charged with murder and robbery. Lillian Barnett is charged with complicity to murder. Winchester police say last week shots were fired during a home invasion at an apartment on Oxford Drive. Police say one of the bullets went through the floor, killing 19-year-old Amber Caudill. 3 others were hurt in the shooting. Police are still looking for a person of interest in the case.
State health leaders say the flu has now caused 6 deaths here in Kentucky. 5 adults and 1 child have died of complications from the flu this year. Health leaders say Kentucky's flu activity is considered to be widespread, the highest level possible.
And this year we're seeing widespread activity start in the state a bit earlier than we normally see.
Health experts say Kentucky usually reaches widespread flu activity in January. Doctors say on average the flu runs its course in about 7 to 10 days. They point out that it is not too late to get a flu shot. Police need your help this morning in finding a missing Whitley County teenager. Williamsburg police looking for 17-year-old Dakota Bunch. They say he was last seen at his home on Shadow Ridge Monday night. He was reported missing yesterday. Police say Bunch is about 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighs around 125 pounds.
A federal judge has moved the trial date of an outgoing Kentucky lawmaker who's facing bribery charges. The trial date of State Representative Keith Hall was set to begin next week in Pikeville. Instead, it's been moved to April. Prosecutors accuse Hall of paying a retired state mine inspector more than $46,000 to ignore repeated violations at Hall's Pike County coal mines. Hall, a Democrat who represented Pike County for 14 years, lost in the May primary.
Fort Campbell soldiers will begin returning home from their Ebola fighting mission in West Africa. The World Health Organization will retake the lead in training healthcare workers in how to handle Ebola patients beginning tomorrow. Well, final preparations are underway in New York City for the famous New Year's Eve ball drop. The tradition dates back more than 100 years.
It's very exciting. Don Champion takes us behind the scenes as police prepare to keep watch over more than 1 million revelers.
Hours before the big celebration even begins, security is high in Times Square as New York City prepares to ring in the new year.
The top 2 are the Brooklyn Bridge. One next to it is the Williamsburg Bridge.
This is a rare look inside the NYPD's Joint Operations Center. Later today, it'll be manned by local, state, and federal authorities who will keep a close watch on the celebration. In here, cameras can scan every inch of Times Square. Officers have already been out in full force in the area. Bomb-sniffing dogs are also on patrol.
We will be patrolling the city by air, by sea, on the ground, and in the subway system.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year! Whoa! Tuesday, producers of the Countdown Show tested the world-famous New Year's Eve ball. They powered up the 32,000 LED lights and hoisted the ball into position. Organizers expect 1 million people here to ring in the new year in person. Another 190 million around the U.S. will watch it all on TV. People from all over the world are already here to celebrate.
We wanted it to be an amazing experience. We wanted to see the ball drop.
Around the world, 1 billion people will watch the Times Square celebration. Don Champion, CBS News, New York.
It's going to be an exciting time. The celebration this year will include performances by Taylor Swift and Idina Menzel. Michigan's Lake Superior State University out with this 40th list of words to be banished from the Queen's English for misuse, overuse, and uselessness.
Right. The university is turning a cold shoulder to polar vortex. The list is based on submissions from the public received throughout 2014. Other words on that list include hack, foodie, swag, and cray-cray. Also submitted for sanction are enhanced interrogation, friend-raising, and the suffix nation, used to make words such as Cubs Nation.
Foodie, I'll agree with that one. It kind of makes my skin crawl a little bit. So
I always found that an odd,
Yay
very
list.
odd word as well.
Yeah.
Well, a fast food chain is looking to beef up its menu by buying a meatless sandwich. They're going to
Yeah.
be having that now.
it's
on the
pretty
menu.
cool. Hey, White Castle rolling out a veggie burger at all 400 locations in 12 states. The company, known for its greasy sliders, says customers were pushing for a meat alternative. The veggie slider sells for 99 cents, slightly more than the original beef slider that sells for 77 cents. It's made with carrots, zucchini, peas, and spinach. So another option for you. I'm not going to say that F word, okay?
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
food lovers.
Yeah, don't say that. The White Castle crowd, we'll say.